party people, and I barely have any voice left. But good evening, everyone. And it is exciting to be here. We are fresh off the planes, y'all. I was going to say fresh off the boats, but I ain't like the way that sounded. So we are fresh off the planes from Cancun. I thought I was calling Paul, but I guess he must have laid it down so that we could get him on here with us. But I'm super excited. Listen, if I were you, those of you that are going to be on, this should be live on my Facebook page. Go ahead and share this, tag your teams. You guys share this in a team page because we are here to do a Cancun recap. What's up, Queen? I see you, Panya Dodson. And like I said, I'm going to give you I've been coaching all weekend long, which is why I don't have any voice. But we're going to push through. And I'm going to bring up some very, very dear friends of mine who were in Cancun with us as well. And you're gonna hear some incredible information this evening from from some of the people that were in Cancun, Mexico with us and on their very first excursion trip, incentive trip ever, one in any network marketing company that they've ever been a part of. So if you're logging on, you guys, this might be the time for you to tag your teams because we're going to tell you what you need to do to qualify for the next one. And that qualification is going to start tomorrow. This is training also. So if I were you, I would tag everybody I know because I don't have any voice left. I'm not going to do this again after tonight. All right. I'm going to rest this voice up because we make it look fun, y'all, but literally we be training all weekend long. All right. But it was fun. We had a lot of fun. So what I'm going to do first is I know that we've got Marguerite Faison, who's actually in the airport, y'all. And so we'll start with Marguerite Faison, who is actually on her way, still traveling to get home. Marguerite, didn't we tell you to plan them flights earlier? Lord Jesus. Look, Marguerite is still in the airport. Where are you at? Are you in Charlotte?
Yes, I'm in Charlotte.
Oh, you're in Charlotte. Okay. So, Marguerite, I don't know what's the boarding time like for you?
Well, they delayed my flight twice, so I'm not boarding until 11:45 and I won't get home until about 1:30
All right,
a.m.
so you got some time. All right, well then that's good. I thought that you were like getting ready to board because I know I think Sean had said that she was getting ready to board or something like that. So but well, we got you unmuted now. Marguerite, tell everybody where you live. What do you do? If you don't mind sharing, even with them your age, and let them know in a few words, and we'll come back and interview you some more in a few words, if you could. What did this trip mean for you? What did this trip do for you? Go ahead.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much, Mrs. Nina Moore, for being the leader that you are, for letting us be a part of your vision and your vision being a part of the Epic. And we're just so thankful and grateful for you. My name is Marguerite Faison, and I live in the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I am 55 years young. I've been a part of this industry for 28 years, and this is the first time that I've ever won a trip with any company that I've been a part of. And guess what? It was the absolute best. I have gone on some training trips, I've gone on some leadership trips, but I have never gone on an all expense paid, all inclusive international trip with any company that I've ever been a part of. It has absolutely been life changing. It has touched me in places that I can't even explain, but it has given me a new insight to what I need to do to take my business further.
Wow. Now, all include, a lot of times we hear all inclusive. I've been on all inclusive trips that really weren't all inclusive. Would you say that this for real, like was a for real all inclusive trip?
Absolutely. We didn't have to put our card on file at the front desk. When we got to the airport, they told us where our shuttle would be, and we just had to wait briefly, and we then got on the shuttle. Yes, sir. We then got on the shuttle, and then when we were coming back, I was talking to one of the staff of BEPIC, and he said, if we don't have enough shuttles for you, we will pay for you to get a taxi to the airport. And I thought that was totally awesome, because we could have been stranded there at the hotel, not having any way to get to the airport. And he said to me, if we don't have enough room for you and your guests, we will pay for a taxi for you. I only took money out of my bag to pay tips to those people. And when I gave them the tips, you can't even imagine the look on their faces, like, oh my gosh, she's giving me cash US money. They were just like, OMG. That's the only money that I paid out while I was there. And that's because I chose to be a blessing to someone else.
Facts, facts. The five, like when we gave them 5, 10, $20, $20 to them in Mexico, like when you do the calculations, $20 massively could change their entire week. $20. And so you're right, Marguerite. Like when we came out of the hotel today, the vans were gone. 2 vans had loaded, and Jesus saw us coming in the lobby, and he was like, "How many of y'all is it?" He went immediately and got another van for us to go to the airport, like immediately, y'all. And so it was done with such excellence and such class. But we'll come back to you, Marguerite, especially now knowing you don't have to leave. But if you do have to get off, we understand. But we wanted to make sure you had a chance to speak first. Thank you so much. So next we're going to bring to the line, you all, what I would like to say. This young lady, we're all amazed by her leadership capabilities. We're amazed at just the fact that she's never been a part of this industry or profession before. Not only did she qualify for a luncheon that we had in Philadelphia at another event, but then right after that event turned around and qualified for this trip in, I believe, 5 days. She was nowhere on the leaderboard, nowhere in the top 100 at all. And she comes out the rears and ends up winning the trip, you guys. Like, she won the trip. It was no maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. But with 5 days left, she won the trip as a non-networker. We want you guys to put virtual hand claps in the air for Alicia Richardson, right there, smack dab in the middle of the screen. Lord, she just amazes all of us. Alicia, what in the world? Can you tell everybody who you are? If you don't mind telling them your age, where you live, what do you do, in your professional, in your profession, and then we'll kind of talk a little bit from there.
Sure thing. Thanks so much, Miss Moore. And hello, everyone. My name is Alicia Richardson. This is my first time in network marketing. I am a wife of 35 years. I am a mother, to one man, and then I'm a mother of 4 children I gave birth to, and 2 of my nieces that I got custody of in middle school and raised them. They still my kids, but I am a sales director of a senior living community, and I am over all the sales in that community. And this is my first time in network marketing, and I have come to the conclusion that this is one of the best decisions that I have made in my life. I am so excited to be a part of such a great team under such great leadership, and just support that I'm getting from my business partners. It's just amazing. I mean, who would want to do something like this? And it's just the results that I've seen from just working hard, putting my head down, staying focused. And when I'm lost, I got a number I can push, a button I can push just to say, hey, I need help. It's just amazing. I've not worked and I worked in HR for almost all of my life, human resources, and sales is my first time in sales. And I've never been a part of any corporation that has provided the training, the resources. I mean, it's error proof. And I mean, there's no reason to fail with this system. And I'm just excited when Nina looked at me, Nina, when you, Coach Nina, when you looked at me in Philly and said, you should be on this trip to Cancun, it sparked something in me. And I made up my mind that night that when I got home back to Texas, I would put my all to it. And I did. And I was in Cancun. It was amazing. I got to take my husband. We didn't get to celebrate our anniversary this year just because of our schedule. So that was like a little anniversary thing for us. And it was amazing. It was just amazing. We didn't have to really spend any money. We spend money by choice, but it was just the cheapest vacation we've ever been on. He was like, how much is this room a night? And I looked it up and it was like almost $500 a night. So, I mean, it was grand living, y'all. And it was just wonderful connecting with everybody, getting to know people's stories and just hearing about their experiences with network marketing. It just sparked another fire in me. And I received another transfer of courage. And I came with my mind already set. I will close out silver probably by in the morning. I got to put some orders in the morning, tonight and in the morning. But I'm just excited to keep moving and progressing with the company.
Wow. So 5 days are left to qualify for this trip.
Yeah.
How in the world? Like what all I just remember saying, you know, you really need to be in Cancun, and that was it. I didn't put any pressure on you.
Oh, absolutely not.
I just said, you really just going to not even try to go on the trip. You're not going to try. And with 5 days left, we did come up with a plan. You know I talked to many of you on a Zoom, and it was like, because I know when we get to Tedra and Trey, we're gonna get there too. But what is it that clicked for you? Like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
I don't know. I know I wanted it after you said that. I'm like, I need to be there then. If she said I need to be there, just like you said about Philly. And I know what happened to me in Philly. I was convinced. I mean, I had made a decision to do the network marketing with BEPIC, but I was still like, oh, am I doing the wrong thing? Because I'm structured and working a regular corporate job or regular job. And so, but when I went to BEPIC, I was really, to Philly, I was really ready to quit my job. I was ready. I was like, I could do this. Like I could really, do this. And so I know what happened to me in Philly, and I wanted to experience the same thing in Cancun. So I put my head down and I put my ego down and I start calling people. I start reaching out to people by messenger, by text messages, all my friends and family, people that I had supported in their business and endeavors and all of that. And I was like, listen, I want to go to Cancun. I got some amazing products. I started telling them about the drink to shrink and different things. I was like, just buy one pack. It's only $25, literally. And and I just started talking to people about it. People were interested in just joining for $25, and I started signing people up, and that the rest is history. I mean, I literally started signing people, 20-year-olds, 22 years old. I mean, I was talking to everybody. I was so tired in those 5 days. It was like, but it was worth it. It was really worth it.
It certainly was, because when you think about that clearly for two people was clearly about a $5,000 trip.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, you guys, incidentals, texts, shuttle back and forth. We paid for none of that stuff. None of it. So I know that your husband he's a wise man. Everybody love your husband. Number one. You. Okay. And he's a wise man because he was supportive of you.
Yes.
But he didn't believe. He didn't believe.
He did.
What would you say has happened for your husband since attending your first ever trip? This is so crazy, y'all. She only been in a couple of months. What would you say happened with your husband being at the trip?
He hasn't stopped talking about y'all. I mean, the guys really just made him feel, I don't know. He's so laid back and just chilled. I'm the crazy outgoing one. He's just like, whatever, but he just been talking. He was just talking, and he looked at me today. He was like, I'm ready to do drink to shrink. He wouldn't even try my products. He has not tried anything. And he said to me today, and I looked at him, I was like, oh, I already got something in the refrigerator. I just need to mix it up. Because I have the little 32-ounce jug that I made right before I left. I was like, let me just pour this into the whole gallon to make you a fresh gallon. And he going to start the drink to shrink tomorrow. So he was convinced. He said, the fire that Nina had and the fire that Stanicia had, and then the different ones that talked, in the when you guys were getting the awards, and he was like, man, this is really real. You can really, and when they was talking about the money that y'all made, he was like, he kept leaning over to me. How much did they say? I said $500,000, $1 million. I mean, wow, this is doing the meeting. So it made a believer out of him, and he's very analytical and very skeptical. He's a facts man. You got it. He's a numbers guy and he's a facts guy. He loves facts. He's not going to talk about something that he don't have the facts on. And so he was just convinced. He was convinced by being in that setting.
And so the crazy thing about that is he told me I wasn't even going to come downstairs. That's what he told me. The fact that Dan spoke probably really, really helped him, because Dan spits out and breaks down those numbers.
Yes.
Like the back of his hand.
Yes.
But I will tell you, I watched a transfer happen in your husband while I was up speaking. I could see it happening. It was almost, when you're watching, especially a man, you guys, when you're watching men who are really not quite believers, they're skeptical or analytical or whatever. When I'm watching the guard come down off of their physical body, I could see that he began to enter, like his energy shifted. You could see when the guard came down, and you could see when he shifted to wanting to like really listen. I believe Dan opened the door, and then when he kind of was able to hear Stanisha and we could see it. Like literally, he was like a whole different person after that. So we're very excited for you. I mean, y'all, her husband wouldn't even try the juice.
No,
that is probably even more major than anything you've said thus far. So I know that he was saying to you, what we got to do to win the next one.
He's excited. He is really excited. And I'm grateful for him, because he supported me, not even really a lot. I do the Zooms and all this live. So we're in open space, so he can hear you doing the trainings and stuff. He listens, but he's just, I can, like you said, I can see a change just from Cancun.
Well, he said to me, I feel like I know you already because I listened to your trainings.
Yes, he does.
That's what we did to Paul. That's what we did to Paul. I didn't badger Paul about going all in. I just lived the life in front of him. I just blasted the trainings and made sure the volume was up high on everything. So perfect. But he already wants to know what we need to do to get y'all on it next trip.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Thank you so much for being on. Don't go nowhere. Just, you can mute out, but don't go nowhere. All right. So let's go ahead and let's go over we're gonna save Tedra for last, because she and Trey just hit diamonds. So we'll let the diamonds, we'll let that be our we'll go big ups, right? But let's go on over to Tamara and Ray Dunn, who also their first time ever winning a trip with a company. And you've seen it with other people, but this is your first time. Tell the people how you feel.
You know what? I don't, like I said to you earlier, there's no words for the emotion. I've been in this industry since 2014, and we've had to pay for all the trips, all the conferences, and lots of money. You work hard and still have to put out all of that, and it gets hard. The industry is simple, but it's not all peaches and cream either. It's hard work. And this trip, no one could help you. Like, you had to do this. You had to earn this. So I was actually like sitting out at the beach at our amazing photo shoot we had. And I was just thinking to myself, I'm so happy I did not quit. So it's crazy. It was crazy.
Wow. And I mean,
it's amazing.
What's even crazier is for it to be the first trip and to be that high level.
Oh, for sure. Right. It was super high end.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like going to the Hilton and staying for free. I mean, Hilton is cool, but
No,
This
was it.
was literally all inclusive. And again, I've been to some all inclusives before where I've had to pay. So I know how much that costs. I had to pay for transportation. I had to pay for the flights. I had to pay for the staying for however many nights. I
Right.
know that cost.
Right.
And that we didn't have to do any of it.
Right.
I didn't even have to hold a car. And it was so funny because when we got to the check-in,
I had my
Ray
card
was,
out.
Ray was like,
I was like,
do we need
sure?
this?
Because I was like, you sure we don't need this? Like, I got my wallet. I got my whole
They're
wallet in my
like,
hand. Like,
they're like, no, you don't need
no,
that.
just let me have your
I was
passport.
like, put it up.
She was like, put it up. So I'm like, because y'all stepped in front of her when we were, because I was trying to get her one of those welcome drinks. Yeah, they gave us welcome drinks before we even sat down.
The towels and the welcome drinks.
Was towels to clean your face and hands and welcome drinks and all that. So I got my wallet out. She's standing behind me and they like, no, I don't need that. I just need your passport and your last name. I'm like,
yeah. So I said, well, we go to the room. We'll just put this wallet in the safe.
We did. We put our wallet in the safe and our passports and stuff. I was like, guess we don't need this, because that was amazing. Pretty cool. And I think one of the coolest parts was being able to take our mother-in-law along.
Oh yeah,
that was amazing because my wife does work hard, extra hard, and she won in 2 spots, which means 4 people were able to go to this all-inclusive trip. That's crazy, right? Super crazy. So yeah, to be able to bring my mother-in-law with us was like that was super dope. She needed it. I think I was telling Mrs. Moore that I had talked to her. I mean, I know my mother-in-law, we talk all the time, but I'm like, when was the last vacation you had? She said it's been 5 years. She said she hadn't been on a plane in 5 years since before COVID. She hadn't done anything. So I thought that was super dope for her to be able to do this kind of a thing, for her first trip out since COVID.
Mm-hmm. And she ain't had to pay for anything either.
She ain't paid for nothing. Get in the car, take a ride, let's go. Jump in our car, ride with us to the airport, all that. She didn't have to do nothing. Kick her feet up and enjoy yourself.
But that's what we work for, right? To take care of our parents and honor them because they did that for us. So that's all we want to do. Make sure they good.
And BEPIC is pretty dope for that. To be able to allow people to come and
outside of the company.
Outside of the company. It didn't matter. Just bring your two.
I want a trip with, I'm an eye doctor, okay? And there was an incentive going out for a certain brand of contacts. And, I don't lose. So even if I didn't even use that brand, but everybody did that time. So it was a free Cancun trip. And actually that was a good free one, but I couldn't bring him. Like it could just be me. Like only the people in the company could go. Like we couldn't bring any extra. It was not like a trip for 2. Like I said, I can't bring my spouse. They're like, no. But he was going. I wasn't going by myself. So
I paid for my own
so we
trip.
had to pay for him to go. Yeah.
So not only, because I need to say this, not only did you win the trip, if I'm not mistaken, you also won airfare for at least one of those trips.
For one of them. Yes.
So that's another $750 that you're going to get back. They normally load it into our wallet probably like tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got to make sure that you actually show up for the trip. They can't.
Right.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Understood.
You don't show up. So that is going to come back. And I was like, as soon as I get mine, I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the credit card that I use to put the flight on.
Mm-hmm.
But how does that feel? It's like, what?
There's no words. You just got to get there. There's no words. You can't even
put your head down and go to work. That's the biggest part.
So I guess what it is too, like in Philly, like Alicia was talking about how she felt and what she got from Philly. I think it was a lot of transfer of courage and transfer. You just got to get to work and do what you got to do. But this trip, it was a belief situation. Like I did this, like, so you really can believe you could do anything. Like there's no way I'm not going to be at the next one. So
I know that there are some people that gave up, Ray. There are people that gave up because they didn't think, they were like, oh, because I'm just not going to win it anyway. So I'm not even going to try.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where like Alicia, she qualified in 5 days.
Right.
days.
Amazing.
And Trey Gordon qualified in the last 5 days.
Amazing.
We're gonna go there, but so I know Ray, not because of Be Epic or anything like that. You just were a little hesitant in the beginning. You know, we had been through some other things in other companies.
Yep.
What switched for you? There was a switch. What happened for you that now is like, oh no?
Well, the one major thing that happened for me was the conversation you had with me when you called me on the phone and said, Ray, hey, listen, I know things happen, but we are okay.
Got it.
So when that happened, that was one of the big shifts for me. And then after that, just getting back into it, hanging out with the guys, and then meeting Dan, and then seeing the system and how his numbers. I'm a numbers guy too, so that's just me. I'm a problem solver. I love numbers. I love that, and just to hear him talk, and to hear the things that he say, and then being interested in some of the same things and golf and all this stuff, and just being able to relate was like, wow. And then the products work.
They for sure work.
I mean, I 20 pounds in the last month, not even. That's my story right there.
That's impressive.
And I just did that, I said, okay, I'm doing this before I get to Cancun. I'm doing it. And so I started right before not even right before we came back from Philly.
It was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was probably 3 weeks ago. Literally like 3 weeks ago. I'm like, I'm getting down. I'm gonna lose this amount of weight before we go to the
Your
Cancun.
clothes were falling off of you.
Yeah. I know.
Your shorts, everything just falling off.
I told him to try on stuff before he passed.
I was like, it's gonna be fine.
I was ready to do a whole store run.
I was like, it's gonna be all right. I got a nice shirt and shorts and stuff. It's gonna be fine. Miss Robin said the same thing. Miss Robin calls, Ray, are you trying your clothes? I'm like, no, it's gonna be all right. It's fine.
No, his clothes were too big, y'all. Like too big.
Yeah.
All right. Don't go nowhere. We're gonna call y'all back up. All right, ST Bizzle, my nizzle. Where you at? Can you unmute? There you go. I think you're unmuted.
Right here.
Now, Sean. All right, because we got now. This is okay. Y'all don't know that Sean actually is a travel agent. Okay, a lot of people don't even know that about Sean. Okay, Sean also works for an airline. And Sean has traveled extensively. Sean also works a real full-time job. I know it don't look like it, y'all. Because he always has the ability to be live and things like that. But Sean does work a full-time job. Sean also is a caretaker to both of his parents, right? He's got a lot going on. He works in ministry. And then your life, just life, right? So he runs these other businesses outside of his Be Epic business, but he's very passionate about health and wellness after almost really coming to a point where he almost lost his own life. But you've also won a trip before, Sean, that you didn't get to take. So how does it feel? I need you because you are a travel agent. So your word, we gonna say like your word is bond. Like you will tell a person, don't go stay at that resort. Don't do that. So I just kind of, want you to really talk to the people because you're like a travel, like, what to do. What did you think about this particular trip, this particular resort? Everybody already know you love Be Epic. You've been to smack somebody in the mouth if they try to come against Be Epic or the product. But come on, STB, you got the floor.
Listen, I just want to tell everybody, and first of all, we don't have enough people on this live. Y'all must have won it. I mean, tag and share. Y'all still got time to get people on here. Listen, when I found out that we were going to the Paradises, I said, wait a minute. We're all-inclusive trip, free, airfare, the whole 9 yards. But the number one thing is we're going to the Paradises, Cancun, which is really technically 4.5, I'd say 5-star property. If you look it up, if you look up 3 nights, you're like Alicia said, you're going to be paying about $500, maybe $600. Listen, at the first level of rooms, because different people will stay had different views. I mean, everybody couldn't stay in the same view. So depending on your view, depending on how much your room was. So the first level of rooms was about $600 per person. And listen, I'm gonna give y'all the numbers. 50 people were eligible to go on this trip, plus a guest. So we're talking about 100 people. This is an all-inclusive resort. Listen to what I'm telling you. This is not going to the Marriott and you can put 4 people in your room and you just pay one price, where it might be $99 a night and you put 4 people in your room. No, it was per person. So if it's $600, it's $600 for me and $600 for the other person. Times 100. I just want to log off. And our CEO of BEPIC, along with the executive board and his parents and everybody, whoever's in charge of this, paid for this trip. So it was 100% worth it. I would not win this trip and not show up. Because of the fact that, I mean, they paid for it. I mean, when I got to the hotel, now we've been on a lot of trips, y'all. Y'all know everybody's been on a lot of trips. I was waiting to give my credit card because I was like, oh, I mean, I know it got to be some incidentals. Because I don't care where you go, what hotel you stay at, you got to put a credit card up for incidentals. We had the registration, and the man, they was like, okay, y'all done. I'm thinking of something like, I turned to the overseer, I was like, oh, we ain't got to put no card up. We was ready, whether it was $100 a night or whatever, the security deposit, something. Because when you purchase, I'm just saying, who would not want to be here? And the thing is, like you said, and I'm not knocking no other company, y'all, but I want a trip in another company, but I had to pay a $500 deposit, but I couldn't even go on the trip, nor could I get my deposit back, nor would they even give it back. I'm just here to tell y'all. But here, BEPIC, listen, what I'm going to say is whatever Dan Putnam says, it comes to pass. Whatever he puts out, it comes to pass. And I mean, we're not even going to go into the products. But when he said we were going to have Delta, whatever, we had it. It wasn't that he was saying that we were going to have this, and then, here comes 6 months later, oh, I'm sorry, we won't be able to give this to you. We won't be able to provide this product to you. No, we had it. So everything that Dan, if he said we was going on the trip, listen, if 50 people were he didn't come at the last minute and say, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize, we only could take 30. We only could take 45. No, everybody still went. Listen, she eating her candy. So I was excited. Going this weekend, just my level just went even higher. Cause I'm like, yo, this is the truth. And seeing his parents there, listen, 80 years old, and I'm telling you, mom did it for me. Because listen, when we got there, mom was at the registration table, greeting everybody. She didn't go, she wasn't in her room. She could have said, you know what, I'm on vacation too. Let me go and have my lunch. No, everybody from BEPIC was at the registration greeting us, not, not in their rooms, not somewhere else, not off, come, we'll meet y'all at the cocktail hour. No, they were right there. She showed her candy. So it was very exciting. I'm telling y'all, from the minute we got there to the time that we left, everything, every event, every session, I mean, the community event, giving back to the community. What company, who do you know does that? I mean, giving hundreds of packs of school supplies to children that need it. I'm sorry. It's just, you know, and I know. We've only, and listen, we've only been in this for what, 6-7 months? Not even a full 7 months. And everything that has happened, everything that Dan and the company has said they were going to do, they have done. Listen, to the point where, let me tell you something. We get paid on Wednesdays, but there's been multiple times where Dan was like, you know what? I'm going to pay y'all the day before. Listen, I don't care what company you in. I'm going to say it. I know I'm going to say it. And I've been in a few companies with this more because I finally said yes after saying no after all these years. I'll never do that again. But listen, I'm going to tell y'all, I've been in some comp plans. There's no other comp plan like this. Now, say I'm lying. Y'all know that saying, say I'm lying. There's no other comp plan that gives you 50%. Look, we can log off right now, but I know the diamonds are coming. But listen, I'm just trying to tell you.
Wait, so y'all know we were in Cancun, right?
Listen.
But my customer came to the house to get her products, and this was on the counter when I came home. So Paul was calculating what we did in sales while we were in Cancun. So we did $625 in sales, still in retail. And this was on the counter. I forgot I had this right here in my wallet. I had it in my wallet. But we did $625 and like literally, y'all, we in Cancun and people are still like, are you serious right now? The girl was like, can I please come and get some of that instant? She said, as a matter of fact, I want a gallon too. I don't just want that. I want them both of them. Somebody that told me, no, I don't really need, when I met her in the nail salon, yeah, no, I don't really need it. I have good health. I really don't want to lose any. I'm good. And days later, she called and was like, now, what's this juice stuff you got? Because Sean just told you, like, I don't know. Now, they're going to stop messing with us in the airport, all right, thinking that this is liquid. Because because I carry my jar wherever I go, is all I'm going to say. But every time they think this is liquid, right? They keep trying to strap us down. But this instant, right? Y'all know it's still in the back office. I ain't tell Dan. I didn't tell. Dan been so distracted that he forgot. He don't know that it's still in the back office. And I ain't saying nothing. I pray him and JC are not on here. Because he don't know that the instant tea is still in the back office. If I was y'all.
Wait, listen. So y'all didn't even tell them about the gifts that we got.
Oh, I didn't. None of y'all mentioned it yet.
I mean,
I was waiting to see who was going to mention it.
We got to the room and opened this bag up. I'm thinking now I'm really serious, y'all. Now, we've been to different conferences, not even just, opportunity. We work conferences. And I was just looking for a little, just maybe a pen and just a little book and, a little card, and that's it. No. It was you and whoever you run with. It was 4 shirts in there. They gave you 2. Look, listen, the sweatshirt. This sweatshirt is bomb. So everybody got a sweatshirt, 4 of the t-shirts. 2. I'm like, okay, are y'all serious right now? Then they gave us product. They said, look, y'all need Elevate? We're going to give you Elevate because y'all going to have long days. They're going to give us the beat. They gave us the beat cardio. Like, I mean.
Did you see the sweatshirt though? Like the hoodie.
The hoodie.
Wait.
A full hoodie.
Wait. Every other company, y'all, we've been in, if we wanted a shirt, we had to buy it. They gave us our Epic Acts of Kindness shirt. They gave us our banging Cancun shirt, the banging colors.
The color.
Gave us the hoodies. Gave us the backpacks, plural. Gave us, like, for real, y'all.
Yeah. All right, I'm done. We're gonna bring on the diamonds. I'm done.
Okay, we not done yet. He coming back.
If you didn't text somebody now, if you didn't text somebody now and text somebody say, look, sign me up. I don't know what to tell you.
I know they waiting to find out how they can go ahead and start qualifying for the next trip. Don't you enroll nobody right this night. Wait an hour and a half. All right, couple hours. All right, just a couple hours. So Tedra and Trey Gordon, brand new diamonds out of Philadelphia. We got a diamond and a gold in the same household. What you talking about? Come on, Gordons. They've been like emotion. They've really been full of emotion all day. All day. Y'all can come to the line. You unmuted.
Hey, party people. What's going on?
What's going on? So, was this your first trip as well?
Yes,
Yes,
it was. Yes, it was. But it won't be the last. Definitely won't be the last.
Y'all heard it from Mr. Gordon, okay?
It won't be the last.
Who was about to go back to Cancun because he left his back scratcher.
Yes. Yes. I'm mad too. I'm mad. I left my back scratcher.
He was saying it was the perfect one. It got all the spots.
All the spots. Grinding it out.
So what you two today, and y'all had a moment last night as well, but today you were really full of emotion. You guys were not qualified for the trip 5 days in. And I remember FaceTiming you both. I waited for Trey to get home from work. And I said, y'all really gonna not just try for the trip? Like, just not gonna try? You just kind of gave up? Like, What happened? What kicked in that you were like, okay, nah, I'm getting this trip?
Well, first of all, when we talked to you and I talked to Tedra after that, and I said, do you really want to go on this trip? She's like, yes, I do. I said, say no more. It's over. And we went to work. We went to work. We started making calls. We started selling product. We started doing this. We started doing that. Whatever we had to do to make it happen, we made it happen. And we just started going down. I said, where we at now on the board? Where we at now on the board? We kept getting lower and lower and lower. And I said, look, we got this. We got this. So we just kept putting in the orders, doing what we had to do and doing the emails and all that. And it just popped and just came through. I said, we in there. So, but thanks to you, Mrs. Moore, because what you giving us that last minute inspiration that took us to the top and took us over, and we knew what we had to do and we did it, And everything, one thing I can say about Mrs. Moore, whatever she speak on and ask you to do, if you do it, you're going to win. She the one gave us the idea about the nail salon. Go to the nail salon, pop the trunk. We did that. We won. That's how we got Tanisha on our team. We just, every time we go there, we make money. It's like, and I know they missed us for the last couple of weeks, because we wasn't there. But it's like when we go there, we always make money. We always make money. And this, all the people that don't buy things, we just connect with them, and they said, we might not get it now, but we'll get it another time. But it's just a connection. That's what it's all about, the connection.
Wow. Well, Trey spoke. He said it. Well, she said she really wanted to go, and that was it.
That was it.
Wow.
And that was exactly how it went. Like, we got off the phone with you. He looked at me. He said, do you really want to go? I said, absolutely. He literally looked at me, and when my husband says, say no more, it's done. Like, that's when he uses those 3 words, say no more, just like that, not even the whole word more, say no more. That's it. Like, he looked at, and he was, and it's amazing because those of you, like, we have been in companies together since 2015. And just to see the transfer of who Trey has become from where we started to where we are now
is absolutely incredible. And I told him that today, like, just to even watch, like, the moves he makes, how he just is present. And you always say this saying that I just truly appreciate: service is the way to success. And one thing about this man, he is going to serve to the day he die. He might not know that back office, but one thing he know is how to serve. And he'll tell even the team, very transparent: listen, y'all want to know where something go, you got to call Tedra. You want to know about the products, he can talk to you about that. You want to know about serving, he can talk to you about that. You want to know, like, when Mr. Moore is not around, we was laughing about it today. He be like, y'all got to listen, I got his back. Okay, Paul don't never have to worry about it. If Trey is there,
See.
Ray, get your boy. Y'all get your boy, okay? What in the world?
He just popped up like
I didn't even know he. So service is really big, and that's just in all of his life. Like, and you could just tell everywhere he goes, he serves. Whether we out in public, he sees somebody struggling, he gonna go. If we at church, work, that's just who he is. And I know that is what has really, and the fact that just the guys, like he always talks about, it really is a family here. We talk to all of y'all more than we do our own family. Like, this is our family, seriously. And by us, hear me, when we have made a decision to really exuberate this, our family now has a different level of respect for us. They will literally say, oh, wait a minute, it's Tuesday, it's closeout. Okay. Wait a minute, y'all busy on Saturday? Like, literally, my mom will say now, are you busy Saturday? What's your schedule? Do you have a little bit of time for me? Like, they respect because they know where we are.
what they didn't do before.
Right, which they didn't do before because we probably didn't exuberate the level of what we want, and we weren't very clear on our intentions. So now that we're clear on what we want to do and where we're going, they have a different level of respect for us, which is incredible as well. So
you said some very powerful things. You said we got clear, then they got clear.
Mm-hmm.
So most times people are waiting on their family to get it together. When the family or the people around you, people you're connected with, they waiting for you to get it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so there's some things that has changed in your posture. There's things that change in your confidence. You were always consistent. So that was never an issue for you.
Mm-hmm.
Neither of you. But then they also see Trey shrinking.
Yep.
And so some things, you guys, happen literally in a way that Trey probably don't have to say anything when your mom has had to redo his clothes 4 or 5 times since y'all been over here in BEPIC.
Yes, that's facts.
She keeps saying, don't get rid of them. I'll just tell her.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what, another thing, like, they have supported us in other companies, right? They're never against. But this time, my dad is like, wait a minute, what's that one product you gave me? He said, that B cardio. He said, I feel like a new man.
He loves that coffee.
He loves the coffee. They love my mom loves the Elevate. You can the juice every week. They like, wait a minute, y'all bringing us some juice, and they fighting over what flavor they want. Y'all don't have to fight. Y'all can have any flavor. You can have whatever you like.
Right.
It's just funny to see them. And they always have said different things, but this time it's just so different. You know what I mean? And I know it's because of where we are and how we're carrying ourselves. And I just appreciate, we learned from all of y'all. Like, to this morning when we woke up, we were just like talking when we first woke up, and we just had a whole moment where we were just like, wait a minute, like, we really, like, we did this. We are really here. This has been like,
now we have to leave.
Epic, you know what I mean? And we keep saying this word epic, but I really want y'all to understand, when we walked into that hotel, the way that we were greeted was absolutely incredible. When she asked for our passports, I was digging in my backpack to get my wallet out because I said, I know she's going to ask for a card for incidentals, right? Yep. And when she said, all we need you to do is sign these 2 spots and put something else there, I said, do you need anything else from me? No. I mean, and
where they do that at?
Only here at BEPIC. And just to see like the love from Dan, the whole Putnam family, the way they gave us, really, it was really a celebration for us. Yes, we had some training, but it was training that we loved because, again, Dan is always giving more. So he rolled out something else to help us even more with our business. And one thing Lynn said, she said she wants to pay the field more money. They want to reward us. Yes. Like I've been in other companies, I have never heard anybody say it the way that they say it. And the way Dan breaks down those numbers, that man is a mathematician. He's a genius. I just never seen anybody
just roll
right off. And he says the same thing almost every time, that is so simple. Yeah. Anybody a child could understand it.
2 people.
Yes, two people.
He said just 2 people.
And
so
with that
wait, Tedra, because I wanna you touched on something. You have always wanted. I believe you and Trey are people that have been overlooked for a long time. And I remember when we were sidelined to each other in other companies, I would just say, your day is coming, Tedra. Your day is coming. Because you have always wanted, you knew that you had the ability in you to lead. You wanted to be a leader. You wanted to lead. You wanted to be on those trips. You wanted to be in the rooms. And now you've earned your way there. Mm-hmm. Tell me what that feels like.
Whew, that feels there's even no words. Like Tim said it earlier, there's no words honestly to describe how I feel. I keep feeling like, they say you could pinch yourself. Like I really feel like for all the time that I worked, that I put in, the time that I spent, the love that I've had, always celebrating people. Like even when it wasn't I've always celebrated everybody, clapped the loudest, been there at the, in every room present. So for it finally to be like my turn and people to be really clapping for me, it feels amazing. But at the same time, I still feel like I want to do more. Like I won't be satisfied until we get those people that we want in the system. I see Drink to Shrink in everybody's household. I feel like this system, this company can just take people to anywhere they want to go. And we can all have whatever we want because we have the playing field for it. We have the company, we have the CEO, we have the products, and we have our amazing leaderships, Denisha Graham, and of course you, Mrs. Moore, and Paul, the dynamic duo. Like y'all just, the whole time we were there, and I said this to Nina today, y'all, people kept saying, but I just love the culture of the dream team. Like they will walk up to us, people on other teams, still part of BEPIC, kept saying to me, it's something special about y'all. Like even we went to the party last night, Paul and Nina linked up, me and Trey arm in arm, then Ray and Tam behind us, and people were just looking at us like, okay, so that's how y'all do it. Okay. I mean, go ahead, Dream Team. And it just feels so good. Like I kept saying to Trey, Lord, I hope they don't ask me to say too much because I feel like, what is it really to say? And people keep saying, well, what did you do? Honestly, y'all, it came with a decision. And then the belief kicked in because like Nina said, I always had the work ethic. But when you really just put your head down, and I will say this, be 100% coachable, not 75, not 85, not 99 and a half. Just do what they say. It literally something just happens. And writing that stuff down in Philly, that was another level. When Gloria Mayfield Banks came home and said, write that stuff down, I was going to write mine. This one right here, Like, where the paper at? Let's get the paper. We got color paper downstairs. He was putting up his stuff. I was putting up my stuff. And it just went to another level. And it's just been more and more and more. So it's like, even when you get there, you still want more, not so much for yourselves, but for everybody else. And Trey always said, when you help enough people get what they want, you in return gonna get what you want. Literally, for this run, even for Diamond, we just put our head down. We said to our team, we didn't make it about us. We made it about the bigger picture. And they put all their hands on deck. I never said it was for me. I said this win is for the team, for Stanisha and Nina. And he kept saying we got to bring it home for them. And I feel like this, Sean, you said it well. When you give your word, our word is our bond. Like, that's how we feel. If we say we're going to get it done, we're going to get it done. And the numbers did not look trying. Without taking down the fight. The numbers didn't look good. They wasn't like that. But I kept looking at my screen and saying, I said this. I said this. They was looking funky, y'all, till about 10 o'clock at night. But we was still working. And usually this one go to bed. But he was like, no.
I shot Mrs. Moore. She's like, he's still up.
I called his phone. I went touching and answer. I called. I said, wait, Trey, you up?
Because I'll be up. I'll be out.
He said, we going to get this done. We're going to get this done. But here's the thing, y'all. We decided as a team that the team was going Black Diamond to play our part in the role for Stanisha, our overall team leader, to go double black. It was the vision from the beginning. Like, we play a part of this bigger vision. And even with Stanisha going double black, that's not just about Stanisha. That is the team went double black. So we set the precedent. We set the date. We were very clear on our goals, our intentions. And if you missed the mark and you didn't participate in that run, it's because you didn't write it down.
Yeah.
You didn't write it down. And so $25, so Cam and Sean and Marguerite and I were all in a company together before where they've had the $20 signups, the $10 signups, or whatever. And you ain't getting no product. Oh, did I say that? Yeah, I did. So
can I say one more thing, if you don't mind? And I want to go back to that pack that we got in the room, that gift pack. That sweatshirt, Tam, I know you keep standing up, but that sweatshirt, I can't wait to put that thing on. That thing is top notch.
Oh, look, she got hers
quality,
on.
Okay. And we had brought our own products to take. If you would have forgot your products, you had everything you need for that weekend because they gave it to us. Okay. And the backpack's no little trash backpack. It just was amazing how everything. So if you came here, you definitely don't want to miss another one. Like all of us have already said, there's no way. Whatever we got to do, we going to do it. And I just want to employ everybody, if you weren't there, because people kept saying to us, y'all really went on a free trip? A free trip? They was waiting for it not to come to pass.
People did not believe that trip was really free.
Yep.
All right, Marguerite, be safe.
Can I say one thing before you go to her?
Come on.
I had, like I said, you and Ted have been asking me for a long time. Y'all needed a story for me, a weight story, a weight loss story. And she also asked me to stop looking at that idiot box. I put one of my freedom tags on that TV. I might look at TV once a week, and that's when I'm off. I look at the news and I might look at something else. So those are two things that I changed that I knew I had to set and do that would get me to grow. More personal development, Stranger Secret, reading other books. Until I started doing that, when I started doing that, things started changing. I got the weight story. I stopped looking at TV. I started reading more. I listen to my Stranger Secret. I listen to that while I'm in my car. So by the time I get to work, it's done. So, everybody should listen to that. That's amazing. But that's what I did. I'm going to keep doing it. Because like I said, this young lady here, even you, Mrs. Moore, y'all been saying you need a weight loss story. You need a transformation story. I kept putting it off. Just like the other thing you asked me to do, to share my life when I was in the streets. I did that. It's just when you listen and do things, it's a complete change. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for the time.
So $25, like literally, y'all know we've been in some companies. You can pay $20 to get in. You got nothing in return. Nothing. There was no volume for the people coming in. But the fact that I don't really think people understand how powerful it is that you can sign up for $25, get 2 packs of Drink to Shrink, you get free shipping, no tax, no fees, and you're in the business, right? Now, here's what's so cool about that, and I do want to share this because, you know, I get people like, well, I don't make any money when people join at $25. That's if you are not looking at building a long-term business. Then you're thinking, but what you will get is you'll get these 2 packs of Drink to Shrink, and then you can retail these. So you got to understand when you start building, and we're telling you 2, get 2, get 2, get 2, get 2. The one thing that our CEO said to us, and I'm glad that I went live when he said this the other night, plus lose 5 pounds a pack, right? He said he was playing golf with a friend of his. Ray, did you remember the story he said? Ray, can you unmute because I might mess this up?
I got you.
And he said, he asked the guy, did he want to play for how much per hole? $10 a hole?
10 cents. 10
He
cents.
started with 200.
No, 10 cents.
200.
The guy said he wanted to pay 200. He wanted to play for $200 a hole.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan said, what if we do this instead?
Mm-hmm.
What if we play for 10 cents a hole? I hope y'all hear this. And the guy was a little opposed to it. But Dan starts rattling off these numbers. Like, well, I mean, the first hole was 10 cents. But by the time you get to this hole is that amount. He said, do you understand that by the time you get to the 18th hole, so I know there's 18 holes in golf.
Right.
Okay? I know that part.
Right.
Do you remember I remember the number. Ray,
Yes.
do you remember the number of what he said you would win at the 18th hole?
$13,000.
$13,000.
Mm-hmm.
While the guy was trying to bet 200.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. People want instant gratification and instant results. And the only thing you're going to get instant is this instant tea. Okay? You're going to get this instant eat the candy. Okay? But results take time. And building takes time. And although you might not see any volume when fast start, because you do get volume, right? So imagine if you're trying to go silver, if everybody tomorrow when we start enrolling, not today, tomorrow, after the next 45 minutes, right? After 45 minutes, I'll start tomorrow, y'all. I told my people we'll talk tomorrow. If you and the thing is, some of the people that are coming in tomorrow, y'all, they already got their 2, and some of they 2 people that are coming in already got their 2. Like y'all, because when you look at the video that Dan created for us, that little 5-minute video, that I don't understand why people don't understand that that's still the same video you can send out, and it's in the app too. That he's teaching you. Now you get 2. And then you get 2. He says, if you just put your head down and everybody run an order every single month, you're going to look up 60 days from now and say, what? What the little boy say on the reels? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? You're going to look up and be like, what the hell? What the hell? But the problem is, and I'm going to speak to the African-American culture right now, because it's us. The problem is, if it don't look like something tomorrow, you like, oh, and you already in your mind like, I can't get 2 people. I can't get 2 people. I didn't say you're going to be a millionaire tomorrow. You're not a millionaire on your job right now either. Of 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, 30 years. Did you earn $1 million on that job in 30 years? So ain't nobody saying you're going to be a millionaire tomorrow. What we're saying, you got exactly Dr. Wilkins. Come on. He said, faith without work is dead. You got to work the vision. We're telling you that you get in at $25. First of all, for every person that you're personally sponsored. So I'm going to show y'all what this is like. If Nina Moore sponsors Tedra Gordon, I'm going to get 3 points because I sponsored Tedra. Okay? But Nina Moore is smart. Y'all want me to give you the good game while I'm on here? Y'all want to know how so many of us won? Not one trip, but two. Let me see. I don't see nobody talking right now. I don't see enough energy right now. I might as well just talk about my triple threat system since ain't nobody talking right now. Oh, y'all want me to tell you how to get the 2 trips? Oh, because I'm listen. So let me spit the game to you, okay? Now, if I said, let's just say I have 2 accounts. So let me use Robin McKeon. Robin McKeon is newer to the team. She has her position, and then she has her daughter Emma's position, right? And of course, all of that is on her pay leg anyway. So what she gonna do is, instead of enrolling everybody to the first position, if I said, listen, if Nina Moore enrolls Tedra Gordon, I get 3 points. When Tedra Gordon enrolls Sean Bell, I get 2 points. Do y'all hear that? Now, if I have 2 positions, why would I enroll to the first one for this trip? If the first position is going to get blessed by default, if I enroll me, Nina Moore, instead of enrolling to myself, I have a second position. My second position, Paul Moorer, will enroll everybody and get 3 points. But Nina Moorer Group will get 2. And then when I told y'all I enrolled Tedra, right? That was 3 points. Tedra enrolled Sean, that's 2 points, but then Sean enrolls Ray Dunn. I still get 1 point for that. Tedra gets 2. Y'all get it? Y'all get this? It continues. So you get 3 points, you get 2 points, you get 1 point. So the first position, so let's say Panya Dotson has her husband in the business. She definitely for this trip is not going to enroll anyone else to herself. They all going to go to her husband's position, and his position is going to be on alternate. Just let them go right, left, right, left, right, left, left, and right. Because the goal is to teach every person that comes in to do the same thing. So you're going to have this massive organization of everybody that's gunning to win the trip. Does everybody understand this? Is everybody understanding what I'm saying? Because this is not rocket science. This is not difficult. And you just don't enroll to yourself. You enroll to the next position, because the first position is going to get benefit by default off of 2 levels, and the second position will benefit off of 3. Hello. Get 2 trips. So Tamara Dunn, how did you win 2 trips for 4 people? Talk about it.
I did exactly what you just said. I enrolled everyone I was starting with me, but then I got smart because,
I was like, what is she doing? I called her like, man,
yeah,
what are you doing?
So I just switched it, started doing everything under him, and we got 2 trips. I mean, and then I had to just keep it going. You have to keep it going. You cannot stop. Because when Tedra and Alicia and Jackie, when they decided, I said, these people is after me. I said,
they trying to get me off this list.
I said, oh no.
And y'all know Panya's going for the trip this next go round, right?
Oh Lord.
You got Panya, you got Robin McKeon, you got a lot of other Janice Butler, like everybody going for the trip now.
Latifah gonna be on the trip. I know.
Latifah gonna get her trip this go round, okay? And so we got Marianne Gowdy, who's brand new to the team. Charles Wilson is going for the trip, y'all. Like, there's a lot of people that are going for the trip.
Yes.
So this ain't gonna be that easy. But if you just do what I'm telling you to do. And the reality of it is this. I want y'all to know something. As a leader, I didn't have to tell them to not enroll to their first position because it would have benefited me better if they don't.
Right.
I obviously want other people to win because I'm telling you not to enroll it to your first position. I'm telling you to give you your own 3 points instead of me getting it. Come on. Some of y'all gonna catch that later. Go on and eat me another piece of candy.
Oh, that's the second.
But can I say this? Wait, let me tell you this. And see, this is when you have to be coachable. You have to listen. And when the play is given and when the coach is talking, the mentor is talking, you have to do what they say. So the minute when we first came into BEPIC, from day one, Ms. Moore said, this is a position that you need to put everything to. Now, could have been hard-headed and say, no, I'm putting everything to my position. But the thing is, my late bishop used to always say, listen to the experienced one. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? He always told me, you listen to the experienced one. Because I'm not the experienced one in this. She is. And from day one, and I'll tell y'all, when she said, no, you enroll to that position so that now my checks are bigger because I'm enrolling to the other position. So that position is getting paid and also my position because that's how it works. So that's why I said you definitely, when Ms. Mora says something to me, I go and do it immediately. So it was already set up from the beginning. So when we're telling people, go put your husband in, or go put your wife in, or go put your child in, and you run from that, work with that other position, I'm telling you, it works. So that's
Y'all
the same
gotta
way.
do exactly what I tell you to do, because if you do anything else, you're gonna mess it up. But here's the deal. I even told Robin today, same thing. I said, don't enroll another person to yourself. Enroll them to Emma and keep it on alternate, because you still got to build down your pay leg. So it's got to go on alternate. Leave it on alternate so that it goes back and forth, right, left, right, left, right, left for Emma, right? Because you want to make sure that you are able to still help feed some of the people that you did bring in the business. Some of them will fall down that side. Some of them will fall down the other side. And now we're creating a check match. And here's the deal, y'all. Leaders, they won't tell you to do that kind of stuff because it takes money out their paycheck. Clearly, if you're doing that, it's giving you the check match and not me. But that's how you know somebody is really in this to build, because they're not worried. I know I'm going to be blessed by default. And you know what? God has blessed us even the more because we build so unselfishly. We build unselfishly because the goal is for you to make money, right? I can retail for real. If I had to retail or become a bartender, I'd be okay. Okay. Because I would be all right. I fry some fish and chicken. But I'm just saying, you got to understand why we tell you to do that. We tell you to structure it that way so that you keep more money in your pocket. Okay, y'all? Your pocket. So what we want you to do is we want you to know we've been on here a long time and we don't care. We knew we was going to be on here a long time. My eyes are itching because I'm tired. My allergies is acting crazy since we've been back in Georgia. But listen, we don't. So before y'all message me once we get done this and be like, well, Nina, where's the trip? I don't know. So don't ask me, right? So I don't know yet because we got to make y'all listen. Do you realize how many cultures were represented in the meeting, in this trip? Normally you go on these kinds of trips and it look one way. And y'all know what I'm talking about. it either look all one way or all the other. When you have all of these cultures represented at your trips this early on, this is a good indication for where your company is going. When you're looking at being a $1 billion company, you cannot have one culture of people represented. So because of that, Robin, we have to make sure that our Latina sisters and brothers can attend the events, because they do need visas to travel out of the country. And certain countries, it's even harder to do it in. So all of those things, that's why they always end up in Mexico, because it's easier for them to travel to Mexico. All right. So I'm just letting you know that that is why the decision hasn't been made yet. The decision is solid. Yes, we are having a trip. So you don't have to worry. Listen, does Dan keep his word? Yes or no? Oh, okay. So there will be a trip, and the trip will be in March. We just don't know where it will be yet, only because there are a lot of things that have to be considered before making the decision. However, I was with Dan in the lobby last night, me and Paul and a couple other people, and he was watching some MMA fighting, and I was like, so where's the next trip? And he's like, well, I'm thinking about this and I'm thinking about that. So I know what he's thinking about. Okay. And I think what he's thinking is pretty darn dope. Okay. So qualifications start in 30 minutes, 35 minutes. I would wait a little bit, y'all, to start enrolling. He did say that there is an email that's going to go out, and he did say Monday. He said Monday people can start enrolling, and those numbers would start to count for the new qualifications for the trip. All right. We don't know. So listen, I wouldn't enroll nobody right now either. I would wait until normally after 10 o'clock Mountain Time, once they're up and moving, and maybe an email goes out. I had people that wanted to get in tonight. I didn't even call them back, because ain't nothing I can do for you. Not right today. We waiting until tomorrow. Okay. Because we want to make sure that all of our points start counting towards the trip tomorrow, as well as the fact that y'all know y'all got to go silver. We still got business to close out by Tuesday. So we're back. I'm glad I retail, because it's all going back in. Right. And law. I'm gonna tell you what we talked about while we were away. We talked about our triple threat. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, candy and drink to shrink. But if you add these enzymes, Trey and Ray Dunn, y'all unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Trey.
Those enzymes, that's 3 the hard way right there. That juice, that candy, and the enzymes, that's what really helped me out. That's what really took the pounds off me. The gut health, it's amazing. If you don't have those 3 products right there, you're in trouble, because those 3 products, that enzyme, and you don't have to take the enzyme every day.
No,
I take mine like 3 times a week, but I'm saying when you take it, it flushes you out along with the juice. It flushes you out really good. So, like I said, if you don't have those 3 products, you must have them, because they're amazing together. I call them 3 the hard way. They are amazing.
Yeah. 3 the hard way. I've been calling it my triple threat system. Like, I'm going to take some enzymes before I go lay down.
Me too.
We were away.
You just took one. I just took one. There you go. Today is my dad's birthday. My dad turned 60 today.
Oh,
so we went by the house. Yeah, so we went by the house after we left here, and I was picking up the pizza for his house, and I had a couple slices of pizza, but I had not been eating like heavy like that, so it just kind of just sat there. Even on the trip, I was trying to just eat still better, eating some salads and some fruit and stuff like that. But here, he ordered pizza, and I ate a couple slices, and when I got home, I just felt like it was just sitting right there. So not having a gallbladder, I need that extra help digestion. So I said, "Oh, where's the enzymes?" I took one of those right before we got on the call tonight, and already you can already feel like that full feeling is gone. Like you don't have that full feeling anymore.
Yeah, it takes care of that gut. And you know what? There's a lot of things, like I said, the young lady last week was saying to me, Nina, there's so many things that are going on in the gut that people don't realize are going on in the gut. You might not even be able to focus because of something that might be going on in your gut or whatever. So I'm just very excited about all the people that are going to be winning this trip. And Alicia, Sean, Tam, Ray, Tedra, Trey, if you had to say one thing, Alicia, let's start with you. If you had to say one thing, or no, maybe, like, yes, she's always ready to talk. If you had to say one thing to the people that are watching, because there's a lot of people that I'm like, if you don't want to do nothing but win the trip, like join so you could win the trip. I don't care what you do with the tea, with the 2 bags of tea. And even if all y'all want to do is just order the 2 bags of tea every single month, but if you really want to go into the business side of this, then order the 4-pack for $40. You don't have to sign at $25, but you can sign as low as $25. I like the $99 pack. I like the 2 bags of candy and the 4 packs of drink to shrink. This is my go-to right here when people want to get started. And now for people that I know are really, really having issues and want to lose weight, I tell them to add a bottle of the enzymes. I just do, because I'm like, if you really want to see results right away, then this is what you do, because this is going to get you results, right? You will see results like this, but there's some people that are having a lot of other things going on in their insides and they need this. But $25, what would you say to a person, Alicia? All of y'all start thinking, what one thing would you say to a person that's been on the fence or that might have stopped by to see this tonight, or somebody might have tagged them to this, and we're like, y'all need to get started tomorrow and get jumping, like start starting your qualifications to the trip. Alicia, you start.
I would say definitely just focus on doing it and getting those rooms. Those rooms make so much difference. Like, don't miss the meetings, don't miss the event in October. Do what it takes to be in those rooms, because that gives you the courage you need to keep going, to set the goals, to be successful in the industry. And I just think that's what's happening, is that we're not around the right people to give us the courage, to help give us the courage we need to push. So I would say, do what you got to do, because it's not just a vacation. So much other stuff happened in Cancun besides just a free trip. It was amazing. We didn't have to spend the money, but so much other things happen when we get together in those events, in those meetings, and different goals that are set so that we can be in those rooms. So I would say just get focused and get in those rooms. Get in those rooms.
Other stuff happened, like we went into the marketplace, y'all, downtown, and they got to see the real hustler in Nina. Okay? Because I was hustling the hustlers. Okay? I'm telling y'all, I hustled the hustlers. I had to go get souvenirs for my grandkids, and they just happened to be in the lobby and was like, what you about to? I said, I'm about to get out here. I was going to catch the bus, but I didn't want to walk down that hill because it was hot. So we ended up getting a cab and going into town, and I was hustling the hustlers. Just telling y'all, that's what I was doing. But no, there's relationships that form. Like your husband, I think, got to see a whole nother side of everybody else being in that one trip down into the town and back, right? So Alicia, you're top in sales for your job. What one tip could you give everybody about how to start getting some people signed up immediately, like tomorrow?
When it comes to sales, what's successful for me is building relationships. You got to build relationships, but in building the relationships, you got to at the same time always think about closing. You gotta push people to close. And sometimes what you said to me, Nina, Coach Nina, was, sometimes you gotta say, this is what we get ready to do. We gonna sign you up for this. A lot of times with me, I was so passive because I'm like, oh, I can't make people spend their money. But now I'm like, girl, you spending money on McDonald's. I'm gonna sign you up for this. I started thinking like that, not being nasty, but just like, we're gonna go ahead, because sometimes people just need you to kind of lead them. So I think that's what's been successful and been working for me, is just telling them, okay, I'm about to sign you up. You can cash out me the $25. I'll go ahead and sign you up. And then, after that, I normally get to talk to them about the other products and they continue to buy, So I would definitely say, don't be passive about it. Just tell them what they're going to do, basically.
Boom. Boom. Okay. Who else? Who want to go next? Tam, come on.
I think it's time we have to get creative. So we get focused, but you also have to get creative. If you're a retail person, if you're going to sell your gallon for $40, $25 of that needs to get an email and put them in the system. And then you can keep the rest if that's what you have to do. Because it's just $25, guys. Like, it's insane. I mean, we're in a season now. We really have to just stop operating like the way we've been operating is still okay. And it's not. Like Alicia said, we have to get in those rooms with some new people so we can stop being the same. I know y'all don't want to be the same because y'all complain every day. So y'all really don't want to be the same. And we're here giving you a chance and an opportunity. It's time to take it. Do it scared. It's okay if your friends don't want to do it. Find some new ones. It's okay. You're not going to die.
And get on our power hour at 6 a.m. and you'll learn how to get those new people.
Absolutely. I tell my team all the time, and they're like, you retail so much. I said, it's not that I retail so much. We're all doing the same thing. More people are seeing what I'm doing. You can get up to 5,000 friends on your Facebook. What number are you at?
What she said. What number you at?
Well, I'll add to that, Mrs. Moore. I would say to start fast, right? Because that's what I watched her do. She's not even saying that part, but I knew she was gonna skip over that. So that's why I was like, yep, that's what it is. Like, from the beginning, when this trip came up, she been on it. She said, okay, I need to do what she was reading down, how she had to get the points, how the points was collected, how we had to do this. Okay,
my green is only out for a little bit.
Oh, she was ready. She was rocking and rolling. And then from there, every day on, she was checking that list to make sure she stayed in a certain area every day, right? So, but she started fast. So she started fast, so that way when crunch time came 5 days before, she was already in place.
Right.
She was already in place. Now, granted, she kept working because she didn't want to lose her place.
So they was after me.
But she was already in place because she started fast, right? And I teach my kids the same, because even with grades and high school and all that kind of stuff, in the 9th grade, I tell them all, you start fast. You start fast, start with good grades and all that kind of stuff. So that way, when you come to senior year, it should be a breeze. So it's just like the same kind of concept. Just start fast.
You have to. You cannot be like, well, now I'm going to start next month. No. If you try to start next month, you're going to be so far behind that you're not going to believe that you can do it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why I jumped out there that last go round and got way ahead because I was like, oh no, we're not about to do that. We are not. So listen, Linda, and you know what? I was behind in the beginning. But once I got that lead, pedal
to the metal.
Look, I'm a hustler, baby. Right? Even the journals that I got, I'm gonna tell y'all how y'all can qualify for these. I haven't come up with the how yet. Even the journals that I got say what? Hustler. Wait till y'all see these journals. All right, so come on, SCB, you going next, or Tedra, who going next?
Yes, I'll go next. So listen, Ms. Moore always says, everybody always says, money like speed. And the thing is that you gotta run. Now, I'm going to transfer over a little something because I'm gonna make it a little spiritual for all the spiritual people. Because we serve in church, right? And we bring people to Christ, and we bring people to church and all those good things. We'll bring people to BEPIC. So the same way that we serve and that we minister in church, we need to do the same ministering to all the hundreds of thousands of people out there that really need this. And I'm really serious when I say this because this gets to my heart. Because in 2018, I almost lost my life because I was unhealthy. I really want y'all to hear this, because we were talking to Karen and Dee Dee and some of them, and they didn't even know the real story. But in 2018, I almost lost my life, y'all, because I was unhealthy. I was overweight. I thought I was okay, but I was walking around for 5 months and I really couldn't breathe. I thought that I didn't even know what shortness of breath was. I didn't even know that I was weight, that the weight was around my lungs and around my heart. So when people say they don't want to take supplements, supplements give you that push. Supplements give you that help. And if it was more saying, look, I'm in this particular opportunity, I have some products that can help you. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, yes, I serve a God that can do anything, that can do the impossible. But the thing is, it was some of the supplements that helped me be who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
And now I am healthy because of some of these products. And I'm telling y'all, these products work. Because the thing is, as of today, 2023, I can still diagnosed with a lung condition. But y'all see me walking around, right? Because I couldn't do that in 2018. So you might know somebody that might be going through the same thing. Give them some B cardio. Give them some detoxify their body, get it out their gut. So this is a passion for me now, because it wasn't in 2014 to 2015 and 2016. But when I got sick in 2018, oh yeah, it became real. Because the thing is, y'all, we don't want to lose somebody because we didn't tell them how to get healthy. We don't want to lose somebody because we didn't tell them that we have a detox tea that's going to help them, or we have a B cardio, or we have some weight loss candy. This is serious, y'all. And when I tell you now we're going into a season where y'all know things are coming up. So now we have an immune code. Oh, did I tell you, by the way, that was in our package too? We had a immune code. So I'm just telling y'all, go out and tell somebody. We don't want to lose another person because we didn't serve and we didn't tell somebody what we have. That's all I'm going to say. I'm a witness. I'm a walking miracle. I'm a walking miracle because I took some supplements that I needed back in 2018 that helped me and that are still now helping me today. So go ahead, Gordon.
So for $25, hold on, let's it's a $20 bill and 5 ones. For this $25, you can get started tomorrow after 10 o'clock. I'm telling y'all to wait. Lord Jesus. You can get started with your business, a whole business, for $25. You're going to get these 2 packs of drink to shrink like this. And then you're going to go tell a whole bunch of other people that you need them to purchase 2 packs of tea from you in your back office to your link, which is going to be www.beepic.com/whatever username you create. Now listen, Lindas, keep it simple, like your first and last name, so that you don't have to text us like, I don't know my username. Keep your password something simple. Don't make it like sexy 5 brown to the low 99 to the exclamation. No, just make it simple. Cause I know I'm 51. I don't be remembering stuff. I'm not gonna remember your passwords. You created them. Okay, make it simple. Something you use all the time, so that you don't have to. Cause you will lock yourself out of your account, and then it'll be like 12 hours before you can get back in. Okay, so keep it simple. Say it again. This can turn into that all-inclusive trip that we're talking about right now. You will get product, and then you have the ability, and listen, don't go bothering nothing in that back office. Once you get signed up, leave it on alternate. Don't touch nothing. Just enroll. Just start enrolling your people. And I'm telling you, the next 4 months, put your head down. The rest of September It'll be all of October, all of November, all of December, and if I'm not mistaken, January too. So you actually getting a half of September. You're getting almost 3/4 of, like, y'all still got a long time left in September. Okay? To qualify for this trip, because the qualifications don't end until January 31st. Come, get everybody signed up for $25. I don't care if you have to go collecting the $25 and use your Cash App card, delete it every time you, okay, anyway, y'all can do it, okay? So Tedra and Trey, what would you say to the people? You waited.
I would say get in, stay in. That's plain and simple. Get in, stay in.
Trey is spitting bars tonight. Don't just get in. He said get in and stay in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, BEPIC is where it's at.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Did y'all hear Dan say that he got more stuff coming out for us before the end of the year?
Yes.
I don't know what else he could do.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna stop.
More?
He's not gonna stop.
He said, I got more stuff coming out for y'all to help you end the year strong, is what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And I believe it.
Yeah.
Just what he rolled out this weekend was something else to help us. What?
Because I'm on that tomorrow. Trust and believe.
Yes.
All imported.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She said, I done imported my contacts. Yeah, I haven't done mine yet. The Wi-Fi was so bad, but now that we home, it's
Yes.
going and popping. All right, so Tedra, Trey already, I mean, he dropped the mic on us for real.
He really, he really did. But one last little tip. Instead of keep paying us retail, now we could easily take y'all money. Because let me tell you something. We came home to some money too, okay? We could easily take y'all money. But instead of keep giving us y'all retail money, why pay more when you can pay less and have a business at the same time? Because those 2 packs you gonna pay me $80 for, you could get them for $25 and then get access to all the other amazing products at my price.
First of all, if they paying us $80, y'all could get 12 packs.
Yes.
And flip that into some real money.
Yeah.
You don't even have to want to make a lot of money, y'all.
No, just a little bit of money.
A little bit of money.
Because listen, you need 4 packs a month for yourself.
Exactly.
For one person. I mean, unless you just want to be nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got a detox.
And guess what, y'all? The holidays is coming. People's birthdays is coming. So you know what you say? Listen, I got a gift for you. All I need is your email address.
The gift of life.
The gift of life.
And
detoxing is life.
You know, did y'all see the message that the young lady that I enrolled, her name in the back in the Facebook is Phoenix. And did you see that she said, let me read her testimony. Of course, we don't make any medical claims. Her testimony is, I sit at work. I sit all day at work. She said, I have to have a transparent moment. That's how she started. I sit all day at work and have struggled for years with swollen feet. Had my heart checked and all to be told it's a circulation issue. So I stretch daily, but would still have a fat foot at least 3 out of 5 days of the week. She said, 1 week on Drink to Shrink, I have 0 swelling. Let me find out that this cures circulation and inflammation issues. She's 1 week in, y'all. And I mean, she had even posted the other day that she was down 7 or 8 pounds in like 6 days or something like that. Y'all, like, we can't make this up. We can't make this up. So I don't know how many of you are okay with not having a quality of life. And if you don't even want the health benefits of it, how about you do this to win the trip? Don't get healthy. Stay unhealthy if you want. I'm nobody gonna make you be healthy. But for those of you who like to travel and you wouldn't mind traveling for free, I mean, I'm just saying. So tomorrow we will start loading our people in the system for our contest qualifications that are supposed to start tomorrow. And it's on and popping, y'all. So you heard from Ray Dunn, he said start fast. You heard from Trey, he said get in and stay in. I don't really need to say nothing else because they both of them dropped the mic. All right. I'm excited for the people that are going to win this trip that, you know, wasn't able to really be there this go around. Like, I'm excited because you got Panya is like, I already know she probably got 50 people lined up to put in the system tomorrow. I'm telling y'all, like, I already know it. I already know Latifah is going to not win this trip this go round. Okay, y'all. So Dream Team and I choose to win, and what we all call ourselves one team. But I even like what Dan said this weekend, where he said, listen, our goal as a company is to help you dream again. That's what he said. I said, well, that's our whole team vision right there. We just want to, we call ourselves the Dream Team, not because we want to help you dream again, right? So I know this has been long, but we kept a large number of people on here the entire time. I'm here to tell you, this trip was for real. It really is for real. Start working on your passports now. And if you're really serious about going on this trip, you will start working on that passport now. Okay? Because you're going to need that passport by like July 31st or so that you could even start booking your flights. Right? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when they release the dates and where it's at, I'm gonna book my flights because that's how confident I am in the fact that I know I will be on that trip. Period, poo. Period. Okay? And it's always from a Thursday to a Sunday. So if your passport is ready and your belief is ready and your work ethic is ready, then there's no excuse. It's $25. Whether it's your retail, we done told y'all how to do, okay? We done told y'all what to do. Y'all know how to get creative, okay? We done told y'all what to do, how to run the play. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for being on. All of us are going to go get some rest now because we tired. All right, good night and God bless you all. See you at 6 a.m. on Power Hour. Bye.